Yay. Say why, say why.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm Carl with a K. This is my wife, Katie, with a K. We have 2 kids, Calvin and Luke, who are downstairs right now that are 5.5 and 3.5. I use he, him pronouns.
I use she, her pronouns.
I'm wearing a kind of like outdoorsy looking plaid short button-up. Katie.
Oh gosh. I am wearing a pink dress and I have yellow hair, blonde hair.
And we live just across the river in the Westover Hills neighborhood. This is our 2nd time here, and we're super excited to join you all.
Carl also sings bass in one-voice chorus, that's how I know. So. Tenor? You're a tenor? I'm a tenor. Well, you're in the, like, midline. Anyway, good to have you, man. Oh, you want to say hey? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jay Beville. This is my wife, Sheila. I guess I'm supposed to say I use he, him pronouns.
She, her.
She, her, he. Anyway, we are from Hanover County, up near Ashland. It's where we live, and this is our first time visiting.
Great to have you. More. Who wants to say hi? Oh, well, I'm looking around. Yeah, we know each other? Yeah, I think we do. I think we good. Hello. Check. Talk. Okay.
All right. And I think we're just going to get started.
Check.
I'm on.
Check.
Yeah, you're in it. Yeah. All right.
This one has a light on it.
Huh?
Yours doesn't. Oh, maybe it just goes on when you first
I
turn
don't
it
know.
on.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Everybody's wondering what and where we all come from. Everybody's worrying about where we're gonna go when the whole thing's done. But no one knows for certain, so it's all the same to me. I think I'll just let the mystery be. Some say once gone, you're gone forever. Some say you're gonna come back. Some say you'll rest in the arms of the Savior if in sinful ways you lack. Some say they're coming back in a garden, bunch of carrots and little sweet peas. But I think I'll just let the mystery be. Everybody's wondering what and where they all come from. Everybody's worried about where they're gonna go when the whole thing's done. But no one knows for certain, so it's all the same to me. I think I'll just let the mystery be. Some say they're going to a place called glory, and I ain't saying it in a fact. I heard on I'm on the road to purgatory and I don't like the sound of that. Oh, I believe in love and I live my life accordingly. As I choose to let the mystery be. Everybody's wondering what and where they all come from. Everybody's worried about where they're gonna go when the whole thing's done. Well, no one knows for certain, and it's all the same to me. I just let the mystery be. I'll just let the mystery be.
It is our passionate commitment to the best ideas that are supported by what experience, science, and civilization have taught us. Humanism is larger than any of us. We have a duty to continue humanism's evolving tradition, which has inspired countless individuals to make the world better. At the same time, it motivates us to fill our lives with transcendent purpose for a meaningful, exuberant existence that makes life worth living.
Sorry, do we have anybody for the Greater Fulton Community Center doing the presentation today? I didn't see anybody this morning. Nope, good, that's why I keep notes. Hold on, all I'll have to do is be able to read the notes. That's the tricky part. No, don't be mean to me. Oh goodness, how do I even scroll like this? I hate phones. I know, right? Thank you, thank you. Can I like open the box bigger? It's like live in the moment, can't work a phone. It's all in this box. I can turn it on its side. Huh? You want to ad lib? Come on up, Rick. Yay! Appreciate you. I've got little pieces. I see cooking classes and yoga therapy. 2,300 pounds of food? You do this.
I don't know about how much food actually was, but I can tell you that over the years I've been involved there. I guess we're probably about 15 years. I've been there longer than any staff member. I'll share a couple of experiences. For a while, we had a really high volume food pantry going on. They have a 14-passenger bus. I used to use the bus to go pick up kids at Ward and, not Chimborazo. The one on Williamsburg Road, right down the street. Any rate, I lose the name, and bring them to out-of-school, after-school programs. Montrose, yes, thank you. And then Carol and I and whoever else would come along with us, we'd go out to Feed More and fill the bus up. And a couple of times I had to tell Carol, she being the major shopper, Carol, we have exceeded the weight limit of the bus already. And we'd get back, and there'd just be big old line of people out there waiting, and basically the whole goal was to give away all that food. And so that's one of the many programs that have been going on there. Currently, they've got, we deliver, Hyatt's one of the drivers now, delivers bags. There's usually in the neighborhood of probably about 30 bags being delivered once a month to neighbors. We basically do a drop and run at the door. There's also about a dozen boxes that are delivered during the month. There's a whole lot of credit, counseling, job coaching, and that sort of thing going on. It's a really cool place that it speaks to me because it's very community-oriented. It's very local. The building that is being used was our post office before the post office decided to build a fancier building on Klockner Drive around about a half a mile from there. At any rate, that's the Share the Plate group this month.
The offering will now be taken, and there will be several ways to give shown up on the screen.
chin-length brown hair, and of a certain age, as they say, meaning in my 70s. I'm wearing a blue and dark blue dress. So I welcome you this morning, and we invite you to listen to our imagined conversation among 7 humanists in history, ranging from the 15th century in Europe to the 20th century in North America. We wanted to preface our presentation with the statement that we know our humanist group isn't representative of all identities of humanists across history. Therefore, we will have group members portraying historical humanists who may not match their gender, racial, or other identities. However, we thought it was important to highlight the diversity of humanists throughout history, so we've included a wide range of people. This skit isn't meant to accurately reflect every facet of each historical humanist, but just a snapshot of their ideology. Here are brief bios of our characters. Erasmus. He was born in the Netherlands in 1466. Erasmus was one of the most influential scholars of the Renaissance, creating his own works and translating ancient texts. He was part of the humanist movement as well as being a Catholic priest and theologian. Erasmus sought to harmonize Renaissance humanism with Catholicism. Thomas Paine. He was born in England in 1737 and came to America at the urging of Benjamin Franklin, whom he met in Europe. He is considered one of the founding fathers, as well as an inventor, political philosopher, and statesman. In Paine's pamphlets, the best known of which is Common Sense, he discussed people's common values and rights, separate from the repressive authority of any government, king, or religious institution. Elizabeth Cady Stanton. She was born in New York in 1815. She is best known for tirelessly working to secure the vote for women, starting a newspaper, The Revolution, to campaign for women's rights. She blamed religion and the Bible for the oppression of women and co-wrote a woman's Bible. Elizabeth was the main force behind the Seneca Falls Convention in 1848 to push for women's right to vote. Albert Einstein. He was born in 1879. He was a theoretical physicist and is, of course, known for his theory of relativity. In addition to Einstein's work in science, he was also a passionate humanist and a founding member of the First Humanist Society of New York. He was a firm believer in humanity, as well as science and the value of reason. Roy Wood Sellers. He was born in Ontario, Canada in 1880. He taught philosophy at the University of Michigan for 40 years. Ray wrote the first draft of the Humanist Manifesto in 1933, having been approached by Raymond Bragg, a Unitarian minister who wanted a comprehensive guide for humanism. He was a man of science and religious humanism. Zora Neale Hurston. She was born in Alabama in 1891 to former slaves. At 16, after her mother died, Zora joined a traveling circus and ended up in New York City, where she managed to attend an exclusive prep school. Subsequently, she attended Howard University, Barnard College, and Columbia University. A leading African-American folklorist and writer, her works express the need for humanity, equality, and shared values. James Baldwin. He was born in New York City in 1924. He was an African-American writer whose many books, articles, and essays focused on how American institutions and religions reinforce racism, classism, and homophobia. His core beliefs centered around the humanist ideals of universal love and our responsibility to each other as human beings without judgment or religious dogma. Now let's listen to the conversation among these distinguished humanists.
I spent my life trying to coax the Catholic Church towards reason. I believe that to be human was to be civilized through learning. Oh, the mic's not on? Testing. I spent my life trying to coax the church, the Catholic Church, toward reason. I believe that to be human was to be civilized through learning, that by translating the Greek and the Latin, we could polish the rough edges of our soul. But I find myself in a room with people who took my reason and ran quite a distance with it. Some of you have run right out of the cathedral doors.
And some of us were never invited inside to begin with, Erasmus. You polished the edges of the soul, but you left the cage locked. You will find that every form of religion which has breathed upon this earth has degraded women. Can we even cultivate any sense of self-respect as long as women take such sentiments from the mouths of the priesthood? If reason doesn't lead to independence of the soul, of the individual, regardless of gender, then it is nothing but a gilded hobby for monks.
Elizabeth is right. We must go further. We have to be honest about the universe we actually inhabit. I helped draft a Humanist manifesto in 1933 because the old religious dogmas were no longer working for the modern mind. We aren't just souls, Erasmus. We are biological organisms in a social environment. The universe is self-existing, not created. To pretend otherwise is to live in a storybook tale.
Biological organisms? That's a bit cold, Roy. I said straight out, my own mind is my own church. We don't need ancient miracles to see the divine. We need the liberty to look at the world as it actually is. If God gave us reason, he gave it to us to dismantle tyrants, not to worship dust.
Well, if God gave us reason, Thomas, he also gave us a sense of humor to survive the people who use it. Though, to be fair, I have found that while the universe is infinite, human stupidity occasionally gives it a run for its money. And that we all agree.
You paved the way, Thomas, but I had to tell the pulpits that the truth is higher than the Bible. That is the bridge we crossed, moving from worshiping a book to honoring the inherent dignity of the person standing right in front of you.
Dignity is a hard-won thing, Elizabeth. You speak of humanism, but I have seen what happens when the human is defined by those who hold the whip. I've lived in the basement of your reason. To be a humanist in a world that hates you is not a philosophical exercise. It is an act of war. It is the struggle to love oneself despite the mirrors the world holds up to you.
And that's where the human part gets messy, James. I didn't look for God in a cathedral or a manifesto written by professors. I found the soul in the folklore, the songs, and the way people survive the worst days with a joke. I don't need a tragedy to be a humanist. I just need to be tight with the universe. You can't find the truth of a person in a law book. You find it in the way they tell a story.
Tight with the universe. I like that. I've always felt a cosmic religious feeling. To me, the beauty of a mathematical equation is as sacred as any hymn. Humanism is the realization that our morality isn't a command from the clouds, but rather a human necessity for survival. If you do not care for one another, the stars won't do it for us. They're beautiful, yes, but they are notoriously bad at answering letters.
So we have moved from Christian humanism to Roy's manifesto and James' act of war. But where does this settle us? How do we keep from falling into a cold, empty atheism where nothing is sacred?
It settles in the affirmation of life, Erasmus. We replace the sacred with the significant. We realize that the quest for the good life is a shared human project. There is no divinity to save us. We must save ourselves.
Save ourselves with what, Roy? Equations? The concept of God, if it has any use at all, can only be to make us larger, freer, and more loving. We are responsible for the world in which we find ourselves because we are the only sentient force which can change it.
In a place called Unitarian Universalism, they tried to do exactly that. They took our scattered fires, my suffrage, your rights, Roy's ethics, and built a hearth. They don't ask for a creed, they ask for a commitment to justice and the search for truth and meaning.
I see that now. I joined the First Unitarian Church in Ann Arbor myself. It wasn't about the name, it was about creating a framework where the scientific mind and the compassionate heart could occupy the same place.
It seems to me that organized creeds are collections of words around a wish. I feel no need for such. It's a big tent philosophy. It's Elizabeth's rights, Roy's manifestos, James' hard-won love, and Einstein's stars, all under one roof. No one is told what to see, only that they must keep looking.
A religion that encourages you to argue and seek new truths? I might have actually joined that one. I'd probably be their most difficult member.
As long as you are willing to listen as much as you argue, Thomas, because the truth isn't a destination. It's the way we treat each other while we're on the road.
Then let us continue the walk. The light is bright, but the warmth of the community is what keeps the shadows at bay.
To live with us, to think is to live with friends. I thought the truth was a jewel to be polished. I see now it's a fire to be tended. And a fire can either keep you warm or burn you down, Erasmus. It's the love that says, I am responsible for you, and you are responsible for me, because there is no one coming to save us.
Then let that be our manifesto, not a set of rules, but a commitment to the evidence of our eyes and the empathy of our hearts.
The light of reason is bright.
But the warmth of the community is what keeps the shadows at bay.
We are all architects of our own meaning.
So ends our view into the Humanist from history. We hope you enjoyed it.
Our chalice extinguishing is with words by Martha L. Munson. We extinguish the chalice here that it might glow gently in our hearts. May it light your path as you leave this place. May it guide your way until we are together again. And the benediction is words from Good Without God by Greg Epstein. Seek the best in yourself and in others, and believe in your own ability to make a positive difference in the world. Pursue truth and honesty in all you do, and be wary of allowing power, status, or possessions to substitute for moral courage, dignity, and goodness. Please stand as you are willing and able for our closing hymn, number 1064, Blue Boat Home.